Yeah.
Don't it feel good?
Don't it feel good to be back?
We back, baby, on WMUC.umd.edu.
Yeah.
It's Frieda Geeks. It's your boy, Uncle Iso.
And your boy, Al Maryland, a.k.a. the Lambice of the bullshit. What's going on, world?
What's going on, world? Oh, we finna get real funky today.
Yep.
We finna drop it down. You can get us on Unmute. Download the app.
Shouts out to the Unmute app, you know. We just started the series on the Unmute app. So this is our first episode on the Unmute app and our first episode back at WMUC for this season.
Oh, it feels good.
It does. We got a good episode for y'all today, a real good one.
We're going to go ahead and get straight to the funk right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's going on? And we are back.
It's the first show of the semester.
Yes, it
Don't it
is.
feel good? Don't it feel good?
And just to explain what the Unmute app is, so this is the new app that we're on. So basically, this is how Unmute works, and I encourage everybody to go out there and listen to us on the Unmute app because you can join in on the show. So this is how the Unmute app works. So our show, we start the episode, and then it will automatically send out a tweet to Twitter. All right. So then people can join in on the app, and then they can just click on the show, join in, and then they can listen to the show. And then if they want to join in and say something, they just click unmute me on the app.
And then we will unmute you, and then you will be live on air, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you can be a part of Frieda Geeks. You can hang out with us, do the whole shebang, you know, whatever that is comprised of, the whole shebang. But yeah, that's basically how the Unmute app works. This is a really cool app. We're really trying to build a following on there. So yeah.
I feel like it's definitely a good way to get a little bit more audio or audience involvement.
that too.
So definitely go ahead and download that Unmute app and come kick it with us.
Yeah.
But this track that you listen to right now is called University by Tech Lun. Real funky vibes. Shout out to Baltimore producers. We can go. What else we got on the agenda for today?
I guess we just gotta catch up first. Like so much has happened.
So much has happened. What's first? Should we talk about the Mayweather McGregor fight first?
Yeah, I was satisfied about that fight, though.
The fight was entertaining.
Yeah,
it was a good fight.
And it wasn't just like the fight, it was everything leading up to it. Because I remember when the whole speculation was going on between the two, people were like, oh, you know, this is going to be like a wash fight. I'm not watching this. I'm not paying for it. Da-da-da-da-da. And those same people were there right next to me watching that. But like they really sold that well. Because like it wasn't about Floyd being 50-0. It wasn't about who's the best fighter. It was about that bread. You know, it was about money.
Yeah, it was definitely all about money. I think, you know, I was talking to my dad about this earlier. I feel like that fight, the whole, at least the event itself, I don't know, man. I feel like there was some backdoor money going on, man. I feel like there was some acting going on in that fight.
Oh, of course.
There was some acting going on in that fight. Of course.
But as long, hey, that's a good movie though. That's a good, if there's some acting going on, then that was a good movie. Hey, you guys get a Grammy. Because if you think about it, when they're going through the whole, like, all the promotions and, like, they were touring, going from, like, New York to Ireland and like Canada,
all over the place.
Just fuck you, little bitch. Fuck you, da 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 da. Fuck you, this, that, and the third.
I'm sorry, but I gotta say, McGregor's fuck you pinstripe suit, that was fly. I'm not gonna lie. That was crazy.
It was.
I thought that was creative at least.
Yeah, it was. It was. But then, like, after the fight, you can tell that, like, it was, you know,
they both won.
Yeah. Because they're like, good fight, man. Da, 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 da.
I look at it like this. I look at the reason why I feel like it was staged, right? If you look at the first fight between Gervonta Davis and what was the other dude's name? Do you remember?
Like Francis Franchenko, something like that.
Something.
His name was Francis, though.
Yeah, Scrub. Let's just call him Scrub because he was a scrub. He really was. I'm sorry, but he was. And that whole fight, I feel like he was definitely outmatched in comparison to Gervonta Davis. Like
Gervonta Davis has hands.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
like hands.
Now,
bro.
in the last round, in the round that the scrub got knocked out, right? That happened in the first like 3 seconds of that round to punch to the back of the head, right?
That was like, I would say like a minute or two in.
Maybe it was really fast in that last round, really fast. And he's talking about how, you know, he gets punched in the back of the head, and then the refs are like, he's just on the ground, kind of curled up, like on his knees and his forearms, just puts forth no effort to get up. I think he was milking it. He was trying to. Yeah, he was definitely.
But he's a farmer, so he should be used to milking it. You saw I put that motherfucker in there, boy. You saw I put that motherfucker in there.
But yeah, I feel like, you know, he was also kind of the same boat as like McGregor. Like, I'm making money off this fight anyway, so like I'm tired of fighting. Let me just.
But I'm not gonna lie, McGregor was looking good in like those first 4 rounds.
All right, we gonna get to this. So check. So after that punch to the back of the head, you know, they're having like the little interview at the end, and he's there. The ref is talking, or the guy's talking to Gervonta Davis, and he's like, "So it seems like you won, you know, this fight with a punch to the back of the head. That's illegal in boxing rules, blah blah blah. So we're gonna look at this footage. You can tell me if this is an illegal hit." So watching the footage, and you can see so clearly that Davis punches the dude straight to the back of the head, right? And he's all like, "Oh yeah, like, you know, I think you could tell by the footage that I punched him in the back of the head, and I apologize, but I do not think that hit was illegal whatsoever." And I'm just like, bruh, like, it definitely is, but all right, whatever.
Gervonta would be like the perfect person to play like street ball with. Just one of those dudes who like foul and just like, dog, I ain't even like, when they be like, "Yo, did you see that? Did you see that foul?" To be honest, bro, I don't even know. I was running down the court. I didn't even see it. Like, he was one of those dudes. Like,
so then he's all like, "Yeah, he didn't wait for the fight, all this stuff." He's like, "Yeah, I'm young, you know, we make mistakes, but I'm here to grow, blah, 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 blah." And they just, like, let it slide. Yeah. Completely let it slide, right? So I'm leading into the McGregor fight, the McGregor-Mayweather fight. You have, like, McGregor, I feel like there's points in times where it was so obvious that McGregor was punching Floyd in the back of the head, right? And we saw that.
But of course.
I feel like the first fight showed precedent that they were allowing that now.
Yeah.
Right? So kind of like allowing McGregor to have a little bit more leeway with some UFC rules and whatnot.
Yeah, but it's like, they're like, they know, like, it's McGregor, like, they're not going to stop it.
Right.
Just because, like, he's hitting him in the back of the head.
Right.
You know?
So here's where I think that we get to some staging going on. I feel like the reason why I feel like they both won this fight is for a couple reasons. One, Mayweather gets to maintain his 15-0 record, right?
And he gets that money.
McGregor, on the other hand, he doesn't have really any record to like try and save, right? Yeah. He's 0-0 in boxing. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah. I guess now he's 0-1 in boxing, right? It doesn't matter, right? He heads this fight though. What else is he getting? That money. And in the fight, you know, I feel like for the first like 5-6 rounds, like, I would give it to McGregor personally.
McGregor, he was looking good.
He was really thrashing.
He was looking good.
He was looking good.
But like my dad did tell me that like that's how Floyd works. You know, like he'll take off like the first 4 rounds just to figure you out, and then like the remaining rounds, that's when like he really puts the work in.
Yeah.
But Conor really did make him like he made Floyd work. Like he made him work. Yeah, he made him really aggressive.
Yeah, especially towards the last 2 rounds, like the 7th, 8th round. It ended in the 9th round?
The 10th round.
The 10th round?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like those last few rounds I definitely have given to, I think the last 3 I would have given to Floyd. I mean, he won in the end. But one of the things I thought was really interesting is that a lot of people were taking this fight to whether it's being MMA versus boxing, right? And I think that when you watch that fight, McGregor showed on countless occasions that he was able to physically get himself behind Mayweather, right?
Yeah.
So if you're taking this outside of boxing rules, I feel like he definitely showed that, he was the better fighter, but not the better boxer.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So I think that if you're gonna look at this from the perspective of MMA versus boxing, I feel like that fight definitely showed that MMA is a way more complicated and better fighting style, right? But in the end, even though he was able to prove that and McGregor lost, Mayweather gets to keep his 50-0 record, and they both walk away with buku amounts of bread. They both win in the end.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. No one loses.
Yeah.
No one lost, really. Like,
and I don't think the fans lost either.
No, the fans didn't lose.
Because everybody chimed into it. Like, I mean, everybody like bought into the fight because of their own like emotional reasons or logical reasons.
Right.
1, just because like they're boxing fans. 2, they might see it as a black versus white thing. 3,
Right.
they might see it as a Ireland versus America thing. 4, they might see it as a UFC versus boxing thing. You
Right.
know.
Speaking of that whole black versus white thing, there was a lot of strange stuff going on. I felt like one thing that I thought was really cool was, if you're thinking about this as an America versus Ireland thing and a black versus white thing, the fact that we had a black man representing America is cool.
Shouts out to us.
That was cool. But the thing that I thought was really strange about it, though, was when Floyd was walking out to the ring. Why was he wearing a ski mask?
Yeah, I don't know why he was wearing it.
Why?
And he didn't play mask off. Like,
right.
Come on, yeah. He didn't play mask off.
I'm still confused by that.
I was confused by that,
I was
dog.
like, what is going on? I felt like that was a bad look.
And then
I don't know
Javante walked
yeah.
out there looking like Cookie Monster's dingleberries. Like,
Yeah.
what the
I don't know, man. I'm glad that we had some black people representing America, but I just feel like they could have done it in a better way.
Yeah, but no, that was a win-win fight for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, unless like you bet money on the fight and you lost all your money.
Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on, and do you think McGregor is racist?
Nah, but he did say that at the end though. He was like, I turned Floyd into a Mexican tonight. He said, I turned Floyd into a Mexican tonight. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Then he said, I made him work like a Mexican or like dance like.
I guess like something like that.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a.
He made a lot of racist jokes, and there was a lot of racist allusions. Like during the whole press conference and stuff, he was definitely calling Floyd boy a little bit. Too
But I don't think he knew it like that. Like I don't think people from outside America understand the racial like tension in America, like how we all like identify our race or our skin tone. Like,
yeah.
So I guess like I don't think that Floyd is like really knowledgeable. I mean, not Floyd, Conor is like really knowledgeable.
So it's kind of like ignorant racism.
Yeah,
it's like unintentional racism because of ignorance, rather than like he's racist.
Yeah, like he doesn't know that like boy is a.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? He could be racist though, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or maybe we won't.
But like sports is like always transcended race. Like if you're really good at a sport, you can transcend race and just become a great athlete. Like no matter how much a racist person like might hate black people, they love LeBron. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They love LeBron. Like, I hate those niggers. But LeBron can really dunk though. that motherfucker can dunk though. Like,
yeah, it's crazy. Although except in FIFA.
Yeah.
In the soccer world, they don't really care.
Yeah.
They don't really care. If you're black, they don't like you.
They'll throw like bananas and all that.
Yeah, it's really messed up over in the soccer world. FIFA's doing a lot of work to try and stop it, but
yeah, I guess it's just different in America, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you're really good at a sport, you can transcend race.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like when Larry Bird was playing, like black people fucked with Larry Bird.
Yeah.
You know, because he could ball.
Yeah.
You know, even if they.
But you have to be like, it's like you have to really prove that you're greater than great at a certain point.
Oh,
Like,
no,
if you
yeah.
want to transcend the whole race thing, like you have to really. It's like the same thing. It's like, you know how like black people are told, you know, you gotta be twice as good. It's the same thing. You know, especially in categories where black people are dominant. You know, non-black people have to show that they're twice as good. And you know what? I fuck with that. I rock with that.
Yeah.
That's dope. I like that. You know, we've been doing it for so long. Now when you try to enter our arenas, same rules apply.
I feel you on that. Speaking of sports, Colin Kaepernick, I don't think Colin's gonna get a job, and I think that's okay. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because I feel like even if he does get a job, you know what I mean, they're probably not gonna have him as a starter. They're probably gonna have him as like a second and third string quarterback. And it's kind of like, what good are you doing if you're not even on the field? You're holding a clipboard on the side. Like, I feel like he should just dedicate the rest of his career just to social activism. Because I feel like that's his calling.
Yeah, I agree. And plus, this is like, you know, why would you want to go back to such a racist organization if they're so keen on keeping you out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just not form.
But here's the problem though. Like, the problem is they never say what Colin Kaepernick is kneeling for. They just say he's protesting the flag, but what he's really protesting is, you know, the injustice against black people in America. Like we all heard that call, not that call, but like the cop saying, "Haven't you seen the news?" to like a white lady. He said, "Haven't you seen the news? We only kill black people."
Right.
Like that's what he's protesting for.
Right.
And people are like, "Oh, I respect the flag. He doesn't respect the flag. Why is he protesting the flag?" You don't know what he's protesting.
Because they don't. It's not even really that they don't know. They know. They just don't want to. They don't want to acknowledge.
Yeah.
They don't want to. They don't want to understand really where we're coming from with this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. And like, it's not gonna go away. You know what I mean? So I don't see why NFL organizations are trying to like push this away and like, you know, like sweep it under the rug. But it's like, this is not going away. You know, people are not just gonna be like, "Oh, I forgot that Colin Kaepernick kneeled last season." No, like more players are starting to kneel, more players are starting to speak out, and it's gonna be covered on the like in mainstream media even more. Like, you're not gonna be able to get away from it.
Yeah. You hear a whole Mike Vick's thing about Colin Kaepernick and how he needs to do an image reform.
Yeah, and like Jim Brown has said stuff, and Ray Lewis have said, like, all that is stupid. You know what I mean? I think it's really dumb, and like you should be backing him. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Because you're not perfect. Like Ray Lewis, I love Ray Lewis. He brought two Super Bowls to Baltimore, but like he might have murdered that guy. So it's like, come on, like you should know like where these guys are coming from.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. And like Mike Vick, you know, he went to prison.
Yeah, and he has
like,
herpes.
He has herpes?
Yeah, look up the name. What's the name? Ron Mexico. That's the name. Yeah, Ron Mexico. That's the name that he used to settle with females that he gave herpes back in the day. So Michael Vick, you. yeah.
Tea is being spilled.
Yeah, dog. Ron Mexico.
Ron Mexico. That sounds like a porno name. What is going on?
It does, dog.
Ron Mexico. What? All right, moving on.
But yeah, man, I think Colin Kaepernick should really just devote his time to social activism. Like, and he's about it too. Like, he's not just talk. Like, he's donating his dollars to you know, reputable organizations and nonprofits.
He's out here in the streets and in the right way.
Yeah.
Speaking of the streets, the Baltimore ceasefire. Did you hear about that?
Nah, what is that?
So a few weeks ago, Baltimore has pretty much one of the highest homicide rates in America, if not the highest. And they average about 19 hours in between shootings. So basically, every 19 hours, someone in Baltimore gets shot, possibly killed, right? So they had a whole weekend where they tried to say, can we go 72 hours without anyone shooting anyone?
Oh, damn.
And you know how long they went?
Like 20 minutes? A Martin episode?
Nah. the average, they went 19 hours. And
19.
two people got shot.
Dang.
So it's really sad. It's really sad, you know, like, it's just difficult to think, like, why is it so hard to just not shoot people?
Yeah.
Why is it so hard to just come together in positivity and like unison and just everyone give out peace and love? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that like real goons would respect that. Like, you know what? I'm gonna kill you 3 days later, dog. Like,
yeah, that's true. That is true. But I mean, you know, the protests they called out what I think it was, I forget the exact number, 200 some, I forget. It was a large, very large number. They called out all the names of people who were shot and killed in Baltimore. And the protest itself, they were out in the streets for the entire weekend, rallying, everyone's honking their horns, saying, you know, stop the violence, stop the violence. I think it brought a lot of attention to the city, and you know, it's one step in the right direction. Yeah,
I mean, like, Baltimore's going through so much. Like, to be honest, I don't really like going to Baltimore. I don't. I remember after we did the Free 99 show, I had to drop Rasir off, and it's by like my grandma's old neighborhood that like we do community service in. Bro, I've never been more scared in my life, bro.
Yeah.
Just driving through, bro. I was driving through that, like I was.
Oh man,
yeah,
like,
yeah, and I felt bad because like he showed me like the flowers that were like in front of his porch, and then he told me like, yeah, those flowers are for like my sister's boyfriend because he got shot the other week.
Damn.
Yeah, so I was just like, shit. Well, peace out, dog. Yeah. It's like, no, I'm playing. But no, that shit is, nah, this is really a huge problem going on there. That's why like when I heard the lady who won the lottery, I was kind of like, yo, if I had all that money, I would just like give it away and try and like build, you know, infrastructure and all that. So
honestly, that's what they really need.
Yeah.
People just need to invest in their communities and whatnot. But
or like in the schools and all that.
Schooling is so important. Schooling is so important because, you know, I'm reading this book. It's called The Marrow of Tradition, and very, very good book. I'm reading it for this race and literature in class. That was strange. Yeah. But
don't do that.
But now one of the things that it was talking about, because like it's based during the period of Reformation and or Reconstruction rather, and there's black servants and they all speak in like very broken English and very heavy dialect. But one of the things that he's really trying to point out is that, you know, even though these people might not speak in, you know, the most eloquent English and it's really hard to understand them, they're not dumb. They're not unintelligent.
Yeah.
They're just uneducated. And there's a very large difference between intelligence and education.
It's a communication barrier.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, if these people, you know, if you invest in good education, because there's a lot of people in these communities that are very smart, very like talented, but they just don't have access to good, thorough education. Right. And it's unfair.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like if I had won the lottery, which is like a scary thing if you think about it. Like I'd love to have all that money, but for it to come that fast.
Yeah.
Like there's a statistic saying that 70% of people who win the lottery go broke within 5 years.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them don't plan for what they would do if they did win the lottery.
Yeah.
So that's why they just end up just spending it all. Because they think, oh yeah, like now I have millions and millions of dollars, like I'm not going to go broke anytime soon.
But it's like you don't know how to handle that. You know what I mean? Like the same thing you would do with $20, you would do with 20 million. You know, if you don't know how to like manage your money,
yeah,
you know.
Exactly. You got to have a plan. Yeah,
that's why I heard like that lady, she hired like a financial advisor, an accountant, all that different kind of stuff. But that's interesting to see how it turns out.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll go broke, maybe not.
She's giving out a lot of money, right?
Nah, that was a scam.
It was a scam?
Yeah, I just saw articles saying that there are like 30 accounts. Wait, hold on, let me look that up. Let me look that Jiffy up. You know what I mean? It says Chicopee police find 30 scam accounts claiming to be lottery winner Mavis Wanchik. Bruh, she doesn't have any vowels in her name, bruh. Like, what kind of shit is... Bruh, she has no vowels in her name. But yeah, 30 scam accounts claiming to be lottery winner. So everybody on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter and Facebook tagging her and putting on your bank account and you're even... Yeah.
It's fake.
You look real dumb, all right? You look real dumb.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, if I had all that money, I thought about it. I would give a lot of it to Baltimore. I would give a lot of it to Ghana. I would pay off hella people's tuition. Just like people who are like actually doing stuff. I'm not gonna pay people's tuition who don't do anything.
Right.
You just go to school just to, do daycare
Basically
stuff.
like scholarship kind of stuff. Like you gotta prove that you're worthy of
getting
this,
yeah,
right?
like doctors, like people were trying to be like doctors and dentists, like pay off their school fees so they can like do something, cool. I'm not paying off Dante's mixtape. I'm not doing that. Like, motherfucker, get your own.
Yeah, I feel like one of the things that I would definitely do everything that you're saying too. But one of the things that I would also do is I would invest.
Yeah,
I'd invest my money so that way it's money making money.
I feel you on that.
And that way you never go broke. Once your money making money, you ain't never going broke.
You gotta make that horizontal income. So like when you sleeping, that's that horizontal. You sleeping while you're getting money.
That's the way it's.
But no, that's important. I didn't think about that. That's important.
Gotta invest.
Yeah.
And saving a lot of it. That way, you don't end up just trashing all of it, putting everything into your checking account. It's not the way. It's not the move.
I feel you on that. Because
Like,
I feel like I would have to give the money away because I would like to have like influence on the world for like,
right. Right. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But but like as people that don't have all that money that are thinking like that, all the people that do have all that money, they're not thinking like that.
Yeah.
They're not thinking like that. They don't care. So soon, if they don't really start getting it together and starting to think about, what's going on in the world and the people that are actually like out here like struggling to survive, like, it's only a matter of time till there's a revolt.
But how would they revolt though? When all the rich people they control everything.
Bruh, boycotts I feel like will be number one. Because all the rich people, if they control everything, you just boycott their business and they don't got no money no more. Because they can't exist without us.
Right.
They feed off the masses. So if the masses aren't feeding them anymore.
That being said, I don't know how that would work out. Because like, where do you go? You know what I mean?
Then, more power. If you're talking about like food and whatnot, more power to the local farms.
True, but
other than that, honestly, like other groceries, like if you're trying to get like laundry detergent, bro, you might be ass out.
Yeah, you might be gone.
But let's go ahead and jump back into some more music real fast, and we're gonna be back up in this thing sooner than you think.
And download the Unmute app. You know what I mean? Listen to us. Download that. Join in on the show.
And yeah, come party with us. Like so.
Touch is a hand, put it in the air. Touch is a hand, put it in the air. Touch is a hand, put it in the air. Have you ever seen a Chevy with the butterfly door? Touch, diamonds on my picture. Hand on the line, picture touch, hand down your mama through the second line. Rays falling from the sky, surf falling in the cup. Old school Chevy thing coming down, nigga. But got diamonds in my mouth, got the got the keys on my ass.
Made this beat in my bedroom with my grandpa slippers on. Now I got your girl in my bedroom, man, she starting off on. Mama said that my lyrics really need to be turned on a notch. Sorry mama, but it's hard to hear you with this girl grinding on my crotch. Kids next door, next level, you can't beat me, huh? I'm like John Cena's ghost, you can see me, huh? Everywhere you look, there I be like a young buddy, big brother. I might just body your favorite rapper. Fish on the beat, you should call me Snapper. Cause I snapped on it, I ain't rap on it. They like dag on it, gotta follow this. I'm a yak on it, then I crap on it. Do my thing on it when I flip my wrist. Fuck on my eyeballs with diamonds. Hey, you can keep yours on your neck. Make for a pretty good target. Yeah, guess that means that you next. I don't even wanna flex. I'll be back in a sec. Gotta let the homies kill it. Yeah. You know that running the set. Yeah.
They don't want beef with the crew. Ball in a habit, it's just what I do. I'm smoking on booth just to get loose. Sipping on drink, Henny and Goose. Ooh, ain't no chemist, nigga, you ain't fucking mad. Shit and pissing on these niggas like I got shot in the bladder. Dropping bombs, make them scatter. Serve the remnants on a platter. Damn, I serve it to my gang and they gon' fire it up right after me. Ronin ain't gon' stop until we out here, nigga, flexing lambs. I'm joning cause I see you bombing in Toyota minivans.
They don't want beef with the crew. Ay, 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 they don't want.
Hungry, feed me money, feed me love, feed me drugs, yeah, yeah. I need Jesus, I need savior. Fuck with the crew, but nobody can save ya. They don't want that, they want they don't want beef with the crew, bring the fucking purple down the tallow. Playing with the pussy like hello. Seven like about a +1, cause I'm mocho. Try to make it whole, true. On this step backwards, she rolled it down backwards. On sewing in that pussy like a motherfucking backstroke. Oh, no. Ring like Birdo, she tell me to take a photo of her to make a movie of us. Nigga, you looking so hurt. Nappy little nigga, get a brush, yo. You a fuck nigga, I'ma take some. Don't wanna fuck with your pussy, nigga, might break some. King Kong, ape shit. I'll fuck your bitch cause you ain't shit. Haven't told a little bitch on a date, yeah.
Rain, sleet, snow, I'ma get dough. Rack on the tape, need 100 for the show. Shout Lil Black, he the motherfucking bro. Told y'all niggas, Young Dre gon' blow. Billboard soon, but your girlfriend know. I'm up now like a house on float. Whoa, where's you at now? It's home. Oh, so I'm never picking up the phone. Niggas won't play, got the light in my hand. Waited, I go like a shark in my hand. Rare, medium steak, I'ma spit in your face if you wanna play around with my man. Damn, why you so cold, Young Dre? How come every single track goes so damn crazy? Okay, stop that, I don't want no praise, cause I did what I did since I was 15. Ass low chip, ass low cop. Stripper hoe nigga, little light, little knot. Bounce on stage, red as eyes. Pop 2 Molly, summertime, little light. God damn, squad 2 hand, one no beef, Hindu is him. Slay this beat, you two can't stand. Little fruity ass nigga, fuck you and your mans like, huh?
They don't want beef with the crew. Ay, 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 they don't want.
Yeah. Yo, these
back up in this thing.
These mics sound good. Like
they do.
Da-da-da-da. Hey, how you doing? Welcome into Frieda Geeks, and we're about to talk to you today. So
we're gonna get real intimate.
Yeah, just drop it low for it, goon, and But we couldn't do this show today without speaking about Hurricane Harvey because
it was raining today too.
Yeah, which blew my mood. You know what I mean? I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's cold and rainy. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on down there. Flooding everywhere. You know what I mean? And
yeah, a lot of people are comparing this to Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, but one thing I thought about was the people who left Katrina to move to Houston and had to go through it again.
Can't escape it, bruh.
That'd be devastating to lose everything and then regain it and then lose
it all again.
Yeah.
So sad.
I was like,
it's really messed up. And there's a lot of other stuff going on too. Like there's flooding in Niger, and there's flooding somewhere else too. Hold on, let me check this out. But yeah, there's been a whole bunch of like storms going on all over the world, and it's global warming, bro. They're talking about these types of things are supposed to happen every 1 in 500 years, and we've had 3 last week.
I'm starting to think that maybe it wasn't like the hurricane wasn't because of global warming, but maybe how devastating it was because of global warming. Because natural disasters happen, but I guess the scale of
I see what you're saying, but at the same time, when you're thinking about how often these things are occurring at this point now, like this is definitely because of global warming at this point. Because it's like when you think about like when the Earth starts to rise in temperature just by 1 degree Fahrenheit or whatnot, that leads to more evaporation, and because that you have more like water going on in the air, like more I guess, moisture and whatnot, and then that leads to different imbalances in like the.
And that's what creates the hurricanes.
Right. I'm not too. I'm not a meteorologist.
Yeah, we might have to get a scientist.
We might have to get some climate change expert out here, you know, who understands this thing a little bit better than we do. But that's kind of like the basic gist of how it kind of happens. You know, just the Earth warms up, and then that causes changes in the global climate, not just in the polar spheres or whatnot. You know, it's not just in like the South Pole and the North Pole and like those ice caps are melting. Like it happens everywhere, and that's why we're having such major storms now, because it's like the Earth can't handle this new gain in heat. And they're talking about, you know, it's going to be like raising up to maybe like 8 degrees within the next 20 odd years. Like we can't handle stuff like that.
And like our purpose, not like our purpose on Earth, but it's like we're not here to make the world better. We're here to sustain it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so it could only get worse, because like the Earth was doing fine without us. You know what I mean?
Doing perfectly
fine.
Fine.
It was independent. You know, young independent out here. You know, moving by itself. You know.
Oh man, it's weird. You know, I feel like as humanity we kind of have like the sense of entitlement. You know, to that this is our world.
Yeah.
As if we're the only things that exist on this planet.
And in this universe, like people think that, you know, everything revolves around our universe or around our world.
Right.
But like one thing that like Rick and Morty is like opened up to us is just like we're one in like infinity, you know, different like possible dimensions and universes and all that stuff. So it's like, you know
exactly.
what I mean?
So I don't know. I feel like we gotta. And even if you know, we think about this whole there's no possible planet out there that could sustain life. If that's the case, right, then why are we destroying our planet? If this is the only chance, like if you think about it like that, you know, if this is our only chance of survival, this is our only chance that we can have life on this planet in the entire universe, then why are we destroying it?
Yeah. It's like we're the lucky ones, you know what I mean?
Right.
Unless there's some Martian shorties, you know, that trying to fly over
instead
to the crib.
Margaret the Martian.
Yeah, fly over to the crib.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta really do some more stuff about sustainability.
Yeah,
you know, it's just we're gonna run out of water. People are already running out of water. You know,
Joel Osteen's not trying to let people into the church. Bruh, yo, I saw a meme on Twitter that had like a car, and it was Joel Osteen in the car, and it was like the caption was, "Yo, you got any more space in your car?" And it had Joel Osteen on the front. I was like, bruh.
But yeah, I mean that's foul. You know, how you gonna preach the word of God and talk about all, you know, love for all, but then, you know, when it comes down to actually being able to provide for your community, you shun them.
It's like flood or not, you know, you have to let people in.
Right. Because you have all that space and you have all these people out here struggling to survive.
Yeah.
You have all that and you're not going to open it up to the people.
Yeah.
Selfish, man. Selfish.
That should have been like
false prophets.
That should have been like first protocols to open it up. I mean, they did say like there was flooding in there and they took pictures and all that, but it's like, bruh, it's better than being in the flood, you know?
Right.
It's better than being underwater.
Right.
I was listening to the radio, and then they're talking about this one situation where there's a mother who was dead floating on the water, and her baby was like holding on to her, trying to like stay afloat, and the baby had like hypothermia. Jeez. And was like clinging on to like her dead mother who was just floating in the water.
Jeez.
Like, that's devastating. So it's like shouts out to like all the nonprofits down there, all the organizations down there that are like really going out into the streets. Trey the Truth, you know, dope rapper who's out there rescuing people on a boat. He rescued an Orlando Magic player on a boat.
That's real.
So like,
there's also a lot of celebrities right now are doing like, I guess, like a challenge, I guess, to see who can donate the most money. I think Kevin Hart started it, talking about, you know, like let's try and donate, you know, 25,000, and people have been like upping it. And I think last one I saw, Miley Cyrus donated $500,000 to Hurricane Harvey relief. So that's dope. These people are like, it's good to see, you know, people like supporting and giving back and like helping people in need. Like that's what's up. Another thing that I saw was really cool was this old couple. They during the hurricane, they called Chick-fil-A and was like, "Yo, Chick-fil-A, let me get a chicken sandwich, some fries, and a boat. Trying to get up out of here." And Chick-fil-A, they really sent a boat to go pick up these old people. Like,
Chick-fil-A service is undefeated, dog.
Like, bruh,
they are legends, dog.
crazy.
And I can attest to that because my old roommate works for Chick-fil-A, and he would size me all the time, bro. Chick-fil-A workers are angels.
They are. It only sucks that the guy who owns Chick-fil-A is like racist and homophobic.
Is he racist?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And he has gay people. It's like it's very problematic because Chick-fil-A is like the best fast food that you can get.
Yeah.
It's very problematic.
It's like, would you drink a serum to have like $1 million if it had Bill Cosby semen in it? Is that what it's like? So no, I think that was a bad analogy, yo.
Bro, what? Bro, what?
I don't know what I just said.
No, maybe not Bill Cosby, maybe Ushers.
Yeah. I don't know.
Either way, the answer is no. Like, no.
But if you would do something for money, you would do it for free.
I do not agree with it. I do not agree. No, you keep trying to argue this. No, bruh. No.
Say that.
No. I mean, well, elaborate.
I was just on that. I mean, I just remember we were like in the wrestling locker room, and then Antonio was talking about some would y'all suck a dick for like $50 million? And then they were just like debating in there, and then like my coach comes in and he's like, if you would do it for money, then you would do it for free. Money's just a motivation. And I was just like, damn, dog, that is true. Which is kind of facts, you know?
You would do it for free before or after you receive the money.
I don't think that matters, dog. You would just do it for free in general. Money's just a motivation. Like, we're doing this radio show right now for free, but like we would also do it for money.
That's true, but I feel like because we've already started off doing it for free is different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if we were getting paid and then decided to do it, like, and then we're no longer getting paid, I don't know. I don't know.
True, I guess that's like the unmotivator if you're not getting money.
Right.
But like, I guess you would still do it.
Yeah. I guess it, I don't know. It depends.
I'm trying to think of like another example.
I'm trying to think of a counter example.
I mean, I think the last time I asked you about it, you were talking about you would yeah, I forgot. Were we talking about like DJing and like shows and all that? I don't remember, but there's people out in Houston right now that are floating. I think they said like the floating is stopping today. I mean, yeah, the flooding is stopping today, not the floating. I mean, actually, they might be floating, but the flooding stops today.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But like highways were like underwater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of underwater, and I guess in a completely different circumstance, maybe not really a good analogy to move segue into
yeah,
what I'm not.
I don't understand where this transition is going.
But anyway, Charlottesville, I guess not underwater, but under fire. On fire?
Let's just keep on going with the time, you know.
Anyway, Charlottesville, right? There were some protests going on because they were trying to remove a racist Confederate statue.
Right.
And some white supremacists were not inclined to remove their history and heritage and try to defend it. And there were also some other protesters who were there to protest them protesting their racist history or protecting their racist history. And that led to some very serious fatalities. There's someone who died. You see that whole thing where someone got hit by a car? Yeah. That's crazy.
Heather Heyer or something like that. Her name was Heather though.
crazy.
Yeah.
It just got way too far out of hand. And like, where were the police?
Yeah, they said the police had to get. If it was Black Lives Matter out there, they would have brought the whole army.
Everyone would be getting fucked up.
They would have brought the Justice League, the Avengers. Bro, they would have called it Code Red.
Oh man.
But no. That's really, and I guess like that's the one good thing that, not good thing, but the one like big thing that Donald Trump has done is that he's really brought out the racism that's in America. And I'd rather you be overtly racist than covertly racist, because then that seems like, you know, that's even worse.
Because like, you know, you're wrong. And like you
Yeah.
kind of ashamed about it, but like at the same time not.
Yeah, if you're covertly racist, then that means you're ashamed of it and you know it's wrong.
Right.
But if you're overtly racist, then we can deal with it, you know, face to face
Yeah.
with them hands.
Yeah, won't try and like talk shit behind the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's another guy, white supremacist, who was talking about the statue, and they were interviewing him, and he's all trying to like defend, you know, his history and heritage, you know,
Yeah.
and whatnot. And he's all talking about how we have like the Martin Luther King Jr. statue, and he was like, you know, what if we tried to get rid of the Martin Luther King Jr.? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say Coon.
Nah.
Like, bro, come on, like, you understand why we're trying to get rid of all this racist history,
Yeah.
and then you're trying to defend it, but clearly you're racist.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is exactly what we're trying to alleviate in the society. Trying to get rid of all this racist stuff so that people don't grow up thinking that racism is the norm.
Yeah, because that shit is taught.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and if you're glorifying all these racists, then I feel like maybe if we do not remove all of the statues, then we have to put them in the correct historical context. We cannot be putting them up as heroes, but we have to show that, you know, this is still, because we can't erase, you know, I feel like part of what we're doing is we're trying to erase this part of our history, but like it's a very important part of our history. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah. Because that's like saying we got to keep up this Hitler statue just to remember all the things that happened in Germany.
No, I mean, well, yeah, I see what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, like, if we're going, all right, yeah, no, we should get rid of the statues. That's what I'm saying. But
Just put it in a museum or something.
yeah, so that at least you can put them in their proper historical context.
Well, that'll make sense. You know.
You know, that way you can see, okay, yeah, this guy was clearly a racist. He was clearly a slaveholder, and he did not uphold any of the American values that we hold now today.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, for some people.
I feel you on that, dog.
But, you know, I feel like a lot of these textbooks in the South, you know, what they're trying to do is they're trying to create this narrative that the South wasn't as bad as it really was, and they weren't propagating, you know, the oppression and enslavement of people of color, specifically black people. And we just gotta, it's unfair to the youth to teach them incorrect history about our nation. Because like we can't progress. That's kind of the same thing, you know, as we progress in racism also progresses. Because it's a balance. They want to hate, you know. So the more that people of color can excel, the more racists want to bring them down. So that's why they extenuate themselves even more. That's why we made so much progress with Barack Obama, and we were kind of going in the right direction. Donald Trump is the perfect answer for racists. You know what I mean? That's exactly who they wanted in office.
I mean, I'm gonna just end it like this. You can't be a white supremacist if you don't want to compete. You know what I mean? You can't call yourself the best basketball player in the world if you're the only person playing in the league. So, to all the racists out there and white supremacists who don't want to compete, y'all can eat a dick. All right. So, what are we on? What do we have? Like 5 minutes left in the show?
Yeah, just
all right.
about.
All right. What are we geeked up about? Oh, and for the unmute listeners, if you're listening, what we mean when we're talking about what we're geeked up about is just like what are we enthusiastic about, what are we hyped up about for the week, you know what I mean? So I'm geeked up about, you know, recording and finishing the rest of this project. It's almost done. Getting a head start on my homework and all that. And yeah, that's
Yeah. I'm geeked up about You know, being back on air for Frieda Geeks, Geeked Up
Yeah.
for this semester is gonna be it's gonna be a pretty good one. I'm excited for everything. I have no idea what to expect. Each semester is a new adventure. I'm also very geeked up to be performing tonight at Electric Maid. Tickets are sold out, but you can still buy them at the door. It's $5 at the door. Doors open at 7. Gonna be performing with my man's O-Dog, and I know my man's Ocho is gonna come out and he's gonna represent, so I'm very excited for that. Make sure y'all come out if you can. It's gonna be a very, very lit show.
That's a nice jacket you got on.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, though.
Finally, from people who listen to my EP, from Ramen Noodle, I finally was able to cop this Super Dry. It's like, it was a proud moment in my life, honestly. I've been wanting Super Dry ever since I found out about it. And, you know, when I went to New York a few times a while back, I was like, found the Super Dry store, and I was like, yo, I'm getting me some Super Dry.
The John's tough.
Thank you. So I'm feeling good. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and drop one last song for you guys. Since his show is tonight, so you guys can get a good idea of who O-Dog is, we're gonna go ahead and play one of his tracks. This is No Duplicates. Frieda Geeks signing off.
Bitch!
There's something strong about what you do. Your strength may be your delivery. Your strength may be your accent. Your strength might even be something that usually people look at as weakness. What makes you unique also makes you unbeatable. There can only be one you.
Standing in a line for the Easies, that's too easy. Standing up for standing out, it's gotta be worth to believe me. I ain't gonna be the one to give you rap on repeat. Reproducing, oh stop, cheesy. So cheesy is bringing my seat. Never heard somebody mention rats and say I like them. I like it, my lyrics to your nice friends. They gon' keep on sending gifts, but you still cannot write them. I am the average visionary. Subdivision isn't average because all my dreams are nearly too enormous from my core, from my head and neck to carry. Those rappers, this be the obituary. Colder than some Ben and Jerry's, different like a Pictionary. Girls be looking for me like I am their missing Harry. Slaughter like the military, driving lit like missionaries. But I'm eating while I'm moving like some children picking berries. I cannot be duplicated. Close will keep accumulating, but I cannot be duplicated. Those who stand out rule the nation. Hey, 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 I cannot be duplicated. Close just keep accumulating, but I cannot be duplicated. Those who stand out rule the nation. Yeah, ain't no copies, ain't no duplicates. I was made unique, as you can see, I'm cool with it. Ain't no need to copy, and I'm staying true to this. That's why I ain't pressed and trying to find out who is next. Yeah, I'm having fun, but I ain't fooling with no foolishness. Mind so clear like it just took a music next. But I can't afford to be just cooling yet. Cause the boy is hungry like Budapest. Show me your friends and I'll show you your destiny. Show me your grace and I'll show you the recipe. Show me your money tree, I'll make it evergreen. Show me a beat and I'll make you a master. I am in my own lane. This is not a carpool. I do it my own way. I am not you. I set the bar so high. I should be in law school. Always hold out spitting, get to turning up the volume. I cannot be duplicated. Close will keep accumulating, but I cannot be duplicated. Those who stand out rule the nation. Hey, 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 I cannot be duplicated. Close just keep accumulating, but I cannot be duplicated. Those who stand out rule the nation. Yeah, and I know the end is near. That's why it's so crucial that I found my purpose here. Every single year I tell myself that it's my year, and I ain't trying to fit in with the crowd cause I ain't trying to disappear. Unless you, how could you succeed? Competition, irrelevant, cause it's just one me. Confidence is crucial, but usually trying to concede. So pray to God to keep humble even when I reach the peak. We all got a separate flavor, no one is the same. Ain't nobody like me, and I love how it's that way. People are like snowflakes, falling on the holidays. Every snowflake is different, but then that snow look gray. Hey, I cannot be duplicated. Close will keep accumulating, but I cannot be duplicated. Those who stand out, I said those who stand out rule the nation. Hey, 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 I cannot be duplicated. Clothes will kick accumulated, but I cannot be duplicated. Those who stand are rule the nation.
Think about the things that make you unique. Be that. Be